I'm a man of Manethrin, and you may have seen me on Salty's Tuesday streams. One of the gentlemen that I've had the honor of working with through Salty's streams is Gray from Wakazashi's Tea House. Gray just has this bulletproof personality, and it makes him just great to work with. One of the great things about Gray is his authentic personality. He loves Tolkien, and he's an avid lover of comics if you've watched his channel. One of the great things about watching his videos is you get a wonderful opportunity to see this effervescent personality come through in what he's presenting. He loves what he reads and does on YouTube. And that's one of the things that makes him impenetrable to the names that we've all been called for our skepticism with the Rings of Power. And that's the purpose of this series, too, is to help give voice to all of us who have smaller channels or even don't even have channels. Our voices mean something. And it is my great honor to introduce this episode of The Fire of the Fandom with Wakazashi's Tea House.
The first thing I discovered was the Ralph Bakshi cartoon, The Lord of the Rings, the first one. So that was my introduction to Tolkien as a child. I don't know how old, maybe 6 or 7 years old. Oh, that's a good question. I think it was the kind of underdog story, like the idea that somebody so small and kind of insignificant can be a hero. Another difficult question, so you're hitting me hard with these. I always liked Aragorn, Strider's. I thought he was Strider when I was a kid. I always liked him from the start because, you know, he was kind of very humble. He kept himself in the background, in the shadows kind of thing, and then you saw him like transform through the story. Now I'm talking about the books now, because I got onto the books after seeing the cartoon. So yeah, Aragorn. It's Aragorn all the way, mate. I would have said it was Peter Jackson's films until I got the audiobooks, especially the new versions. Salty, I don't know if you know Andy Serkis. Andy Serkis has done recordings of the three books, and they are fantastic. You know, he does all the voices, of course. Before him, I think it was like an old English guy. Was it Rob? Something like Rob Inglis. I could be wrong with the name, but I have his version of Fellowship, but I have Andy Serkis doing Two Towers and Return of the King, and they are just fantastic because it's, you know, it's verbatim, it's Tolkien through and through. This is a difficult one because if you'd asked me when it was very first announced, it would have been a reaction of excitement, like, oh, brilliant, you know, somebody like with a load of money behind them are going to be able to make a Lord of the Rings series, so what can possibly go wrong? Now, the more we see and the more we hear, I can't stand it. And I'll tell you what makes it worse, Salty. This is one of the points you always make, how important getting physical media is. I have the books, of course, I have my old paperbacks from the 90s, but I've bought them on Kindle as well, because, you know, I want to be able to read at work sometimes on the screen, you know what I mean? Anyway, as you know, as everyone knows, Amazon, who control everything, and Kindle, they've changed the, I'm not going to swear, they've changed the covers, haven't they? So they've got their advertising for the show on the covers of Tolkien's books. That just, oh man, that really pissed me off.
As ever, this is Salty Texas C. I am Corey DB. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you've seen and heard, please hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed, I'd love to have you on board. That way you know, and we have things like live streams, which we are going to be doing every Tuesday evening. Take care. I hope you're having a great 2022.